You know.
Morning. Somebody covered the shifts. Hand out tickets.
Oh, okay. Hand out tickets for the Christian show? Or?
Yep, for the Christmas Eve service. Yeah. So what would you like to talk about?
Well, I mean, like to know why I'm being denied the audition for the band.
Yeah.
After I've already done the go track, already been baptized. My whole ordeal was to go into this on a clean slate after what happened the first time, where it wasn't, done professionally by the leadership. I find it very hard to believe that Coastal Community Church is supposed to be God-loving if it's going to be treated like, the devil's work as far as trying to volunteer. I don't understand why I had to go through all this mess just to volunteer, which means my personal time, to volunteer in an organization that I believed in. So, I went through everything that I was asked to go through. I did exactly what your music leader, Dustin, told me to do. And I asked numerous times the same question to make sure I understood it the first time completely. Okay? When he gave me the first 3 sets of music, he told me that would be played for the next sermon. Okay? And I practiced, and I told him I was ready. Okay? I mean, I was looking forward to the second audition. Never got it, because I was told by him on Tuesday, when it was the practice day, that he don't need me. I come to the service, and it's a whole different set of music. Okay, I figured, maybe they changed their mind, and decided to play different songs. So the second time around, I asked them again, what music do you want me to practice for the second audition? And he tells me it's the same music. Okay, but I already know it. I'm already ready to go. So that following Tuesday, he tells me again, I don't need you. So why would you tell somebody you don't need them if it's for the music that is supposed to be played for the next service? And that's why I came to you about it.
That's going back to the last.
That's going back to the beginning, okay?
Yeah.
After that situation where you and I met at Jersey Mike's, to try to figure out what's going on, that's when he tells me it's audition music. And that was never said. And if it was said that it was audition music when he first gave me the music, there'll be no reason to call me on a Tuesday afternoon and tell me you don't need me for the practice to play the music for the worship service. Okay? I left for about maybe 2 years after that, and I felt a calling to come back here after those 2 years, hoping to get a fresh start, being the fact that God tells us to forgive those who do wrong to us and to move on from it. Okay? If this is a Bible-believing church and I'm being denied the audition, then that just tells me that what happened in the beginning also takes effect in what's being requested now.
Well, I can see how you'd go there. But what I would say, and the reason why leadership said no, it wasn't Dusty saying no. You demonstrated a few things that don't show that you'd probably be in the right mindset to be a good team member. One of which, you sent him a telegram thing that said, "Hello, Satan."
Where at?
In Telegram.
Telegram.
I saw it.
I don't even have Telegram. What are you talking about?
We used to use it for when you were a part of our life group, so I know you had it then. But it said, "Hello, Satan."
I never said hello, Satan. I want to see the message. I like to see it.
So, and there's other things that you're just not willing to get over that first experience. I was there. I met with the three of us. He apologized and asked for your forgiveness, and you have a bitterness towards him that would not be productive for being on the worship team. And so that's why you were denied.
But if I had a bitterness against him, why would I approach him the second time to?
I'm talking about demonstrated the times that we've been together. We've been together a good number of times, right? And he was with us, and he said there was some miscommunication. He apologized for that. The process is very clear. It's audition, and then once the audition is passed, then it's scheduled, and that schedule could be, he schedules 1 or 2 months out, so that could be, there's never a time where you're going to audition and then play that Sunday.
Well, if that was the case, and that should have been said the first time.
And he apologized to you specifically.
I accepted that, yes.
You say you accepted it, but even now you tell this story where you haven't. To me, it doesn't seem like you have accepted it, and you have forgiven him.
I have forgiven him. That's why I approached him the second time.
There's a difference between forgiveness and trust. Okay, you can forgive somebody, but trust takes a while to earn back. And so, for you, when you send him messages, and then you sent me that message, that long message, text message, after your voicemail, like pretty soon after that, when we were trying to, you wanted to say, hey, I wanted to hear about the decision.
Well, Dustin had told me to come to you. I don't understand why Dustin couldn't just tell me his own words.
I told him to do that because I knew you would have a problem with it, and I wanted to be the one to talk to you because I figured we have as good a relationship as you have with anyone around here. I've spent the most time with you, okay? Numerous lunches, we've connected, and in all of those lunches, when it comes up to this topic, you don't demonstrate that you've forgiven, and you demonstrate that you have a hard heart.
If I had not forgiven, then why would I approach him the second time and say, "Hey, can we go?" Okay, so
I can't answer that because I'm not you. Okay, but what I've seen.
But he was there, and
what I see from an outsider's perspective, right, is that you sent me a text message.
I sent you a text message based on what's in Scripture as far as what's in the Bible. Yes, I did.
You sent me a voicemail, so I had yet to respond to it. It was a very good voicemail. Hey, just want to talk to you. I'm like, great.
I didn't send you. I sent you a text message.
And then you send me this kind of this rant.
I was just speaking the truth.
That's how you say
it. It wasn't a rant.
But look at this.
Okay. Go ahead and read it. Please.
I don't want to read it out loud. I've read it a number of times, okay? But you do not show that you are forgiven. You talk about us not being a Bible-believing church.
Obviously
if that's
not.
The case, then you need to leave, man, and find a church that you want to be connected with. Okay? We obviously have a dispute.
You say one thing, and you say one thing and you mean another. That don't.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you sit there and say, okay, well, you preach in the church saying that we are a people-driven, God-loving church.
We are.
And we are a Bible-believing church. But but when it comes into a situation, you show the opposite. You know, I had stated in the text message to you things that were mentioned in Scripture, and you're saying it's a problem.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm saying the attitude and the intensity and the lack of forgiveness that text message shows is telling about where your heart is.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't mean Scripture's wrong.
I didn't lie. There's nothing in the message that shows that I lied about Scripture.
Well, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying your heart's not right.
How do you feel?
And I'm saying you're bitter. And because of that, the decision was made that you shouldn't be given the opportunity to
If my heart was
be
bitter,
on the worship team.
if my heart was bitter, why would I approach him the second time and say, hey, can we try this a second time?
I have no idea.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make
It just
sense
means
to
that
me.
it just
Doesn't
means
make
you
sense
as
to
the
me
church
either.
does not forgive.
It just doesn't make sense to me either, Eric.
Well, it makes
literally-
perfectly
I
sense.
literally read from you to him in Telegram, hello, Satan.
I never said hello, Satan. I don't even use Telegram.
Okay, I saw it. You,
Well,
you
then-
say he made it up?
Then show it to me.
It's not on
I
my
wanna
phone,
see it.
it's on his phone.
I don't even have his phone.
Well, of course you don't have his phone.
Show me that I said hello, Satan. I'd love to see it, because I know it ain't true. I never said hello, Satan to him.
I'm not going to debate. I saw it. I know what I saw.
Well,
I'm not. You're now calling me a liar, and that's wrong. 'Cause
Well, I'm
not
asking you
gonna
for the proof, and you don't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna-
even
I'm not
show
gonna
it to me.
make stuff up.
Well, yeah, obviously it's made up if it's not going
There
to be
you
shown.
go. That's your heart. You have a negative view of people.
I have a negative view of people's wrongdoing. Yes. I mean,
Then
you
we're going to
understand?
have to agree to disagree.
Well, you're calling me a liar, and so
No. Never said you're a liar. What I'm saying is that you have a root of bitterness in your heart, and you are not forgiving
So I'm not forgiven.
to him on that situation. Okay.
That don't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, that
Your words, your actions demonstrate that you have not forgiven him.
I have forgiven him. That's why I approached him the second time.
You say that and you think that. But
That's what happened.
But what I see from your actions and your words is that you have not forgiven him.
I did forgive him. That's why I approached him the second time and said,
Then-
hey, can
then
we
what
try
I'm
this a
saying-
second time?
then what I'm
But I never
saying-
said hello, Satan. I like to see
And
where
what
I said
I'm-
hello, Satan.
When I'm saying, well, I'll try to get a screenshot.
I would
from
love to
him,
have a
and I'll
screenshot of
send
that.
it to you.
Yes, please.
Okay, but that's why we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I believe you're bitter, and I believe you haven't forgiven
I believe the
him.
church has been better in this whole situation.
We haven't. I don't think we have.
I think you have.
I think we've been
I
over
think
backwards.
I
and,
think that it's been
and
kind
connected
of a
with you.
kind of a harassing situation to try to volunteer in a place that that's where my gift is.
Well, I'm sorry you feel.
And I mean, that's what the church advertised during their vote track, and I signed the paperwork for membership, and
It's a two-way commitment.
so apparently my name was removed off the membership, which doesn't surprise me.
So that's a second conversation.
Okay.
On why that was done. But it has
So
to
why
do with.
why was my name removed from membership? I've already made the agreement to become a member of the church.
Well, that's a great question. So let me tell you the thought process
Okay.
on that.
All right.
Okay. One, you sent that text combative, divisive, and one of the commitments is that you would preserve the unity of the church above all. And we don't see that demonstrated in your actions, in your words, and so your application for membership is, it's a two-way you say, I want to be a member, and Coastal says, yeah, we want you to be a member. Okay. So what we've done is we've taken that off the order. We didn't put it up there, and we've taken you off the, or haven't put you on the membership rules until we see a demonstration of consistent unity, priority for you, as opposed to this divisive attitude that you show. And so
my attitude is based on the reaction of the church's of the church membership attitude, where it doesn't even meet God's requirements as far as accepting people.
Again, we're going to have to agree to disagree. You're not going to be happy here, obviously. We would love for you to be here and to be a full participating member as you forgive, as you seek
I did forgive,
restitution,
but obviously the other person does not forgive.
Oh, that's not true.
It is true, because if it was true, I would have had my audition after I had requested the second time to sign up.
No.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that.
Yes, it does.
So, in your opinion, it does.
No.
I'm telling you.
But you said yourself.
I told him no. He came to me and to Hank and said, what do we do? And a team. And I said, I don't think you should be on the team because I've seen these text messages and I've seen your attitude. And so
The text message
so
is
if
basically.
you're going to lay it on him, no, lay it on me. Okay? Lay it on me.
The text message had everything to do with Scripture. And everything was expressed from what I had experienced that was the opposite of what was in the Scripture.
Again,
and you're telling me you don't want to read it.
Again, I think your perception is skewed in that. And so, and you think our perception is skewed in that. Okay? So we gotta agree to disagree.
Well, I'll tell you what. I really enjoyed the Grow Track. I thought it was a wonderful class.
Good.
I felt that it was my calling to be part of that Grow Track. Maybe seeing things where it's difficult to volunteer here, to share your gifts, because if this is how the church proceeds on forgiveness, when the person who already forgave goes back to the person he had the issue with and asks for a second try after 2 years of not being here, it's pretty much easy to say that leadership, as far as Dustin goes, does not forgive. Because if I did not forgive, why would I approach him the second time and say, hey, can we try this a second time? Okay, so obviously,
Doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense to me either. But this Hello Satan thing, I don't even use Telegram. So the only thing I use is Messenger and text messages through people's phones. That's it. And email. That's it. Telegram is full of fake profiles and scammers, and I don't use that. WhatsApp is the same way, and I don't use it. So, I mean, I just find it amazing how a church leader can make up a lie about what someone said, but can't show proof on what was said. So it's an assumption.
What do you mean can't show proof?
I was accused of saying hello Satan through a program that I don't even use.
I got it. We
then
we did have it. We used it in our group when you were part of our life group. That's what we use. That's the program we use.
But I'm not part of Dustin's life group.
My life group. You were at our life group for a while. That's the program we use to communicate with these Telegram. So.
No, that was.
No, that's what we use. Guaranteed. I'm not lying to you.
Okay.
So.
But I mean, Dustin was not part of that life group because he wasn't part of our group.
Right. Right. And when people
Telegram.
If you join Telegram, one of the things I don't like about it is that it's, if they're in your context or whatever, it says, so you just join Telegram. And Dusty hadn't been on Telegram until we used that for our missions trip to Nicaragua for the team chat. He joined then. It must have, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that is what alerted you. Because it alerted me that he had joined. So that might have been how things happen. I don't know. But you definitely have used it. Maybe you've deleted it. You don't use it anymore. That's fine.
Well, if that's what we use during our life group for you and me, then yeah, that's the only time that I would use it. But I don't have Justin's number for Telegram, so that's why it puzzles
Weird,
me.
isn't it? Yeah.
So I guess it's easy to say that if I try to volunteer somewhere else here, it'll be a problem.
Not necessarily. So,
seeing what I've gone through for the first time to volunteer, it seems like it would be a problem.
well, I think there's different types of volunteering.
Yeah, but
right?
why don't I want to go through the same problem?
Let me just explain. So, there's not an audition for other things necessarily, right? But there is an audition for people that play on stage, quality, make sure all the musical stuff. And so that's a hurdle that people have to kind of go through and make sure that they're good to go.
Appreciate your time, and I'm sorry that you guys don't strongly believe in forgiveness. So,
Well, I would disagree with your part there.
well, if that was true, I would have had my second audition. If Dustin truly believed in forgiveness,
See
if
how we're
Dustin
talking in
truly,
circles?
no,
Yeah, no. You
if
said
Dustin
this,
truly
you said
believes,
this
hold on,
thing
if
five times in this conversation.
If Dustin believes in forgiveness, there'll be no reason in bringing up a lie about something that didn't happen. If Dustin truly believes in forgiveness,
six times
that you say,
okay, you're just continuing to talk in circles. Okay, I've heard that. I disagree with that.
so you disagree in having him, and
I disagree with your assessment of his heart. Okay, and so I can do that. I can disagree. You can disagree. I'm not telling you to change it, but I know what I've seen out of you, and I know what I've seen out of him. Okay? So I disagree with your assessment.
so I get
that's why I said we've got to
no
agree
audition because I've already forgiven where he does not forgive. And
See, again, seven. See, you just keep going back to that. You can't let it go.
But you're telling me that I can't audition because you believe I haven't forgiven. If I didn't forgive, why would I go to him a second time?
It's puzzling to me why you do that.
But I've already forgiven
I
him.
don't have an answer. It's you. I don't know. I don't have an answer, man.
Well,
I can't understand it, honestly. Because you say you forgive it, and then you're negative.
how am I negative if I weren't forgiven him?
That's not showing forgiveness.
Well, he didn't show forgiveness.
You are not demonstrating forgiveness.
He's not demonstrating the same thing either.
Okay, but I'm just talking about you right now.
So every time he's on stage, he's one of the biggest hypocrites when it comes to forgiveness.
I disagree.
I'm sorry that you disagree, but it's already been proven he does not forgive.
It has not been proven. You are wrong.
How's it wrong?
You are wrong.
How's it wrong?
You're making an assumption of things.
If he truly forgives, then I would have already had my audition
That is
after
not
we've already forgave each
true.
other. We've already said
You
apologize.
haven't earned trust. Okay? You've broken trust.
You've broken trust. This church has broken trust.
I get it. Then we have to agree to disagree, and you got to move on, man. Okay? Find a church that loves you the way and allows you to serve the way you want to serve. Okay.
All I did was sign up.
Obviously,
All this mess.
Hold on.
All I've done was sign up.
We are not the church for you. Obviously.
Obviously,
Because
I don't believe in the devilish ways that you want us to believe in. I mean, that's just...
I get it. Okay, you want to be right, and you want to be
Scripture's right, and I'm following what's in the Scripture as far as that situation.
You play the victim card all the time, and everybody's
How am I
against
playing the
you.
victim?
Everybody's against you. Nobody forgives
You know what?
me.
Everyone's against me? Only
Everybody
Dustin's
here.
against me.
Everybody.
I don't know
Not
everybody here.
Not everybody.
I only know one person who shows he's against me, and that's Dustin. That's it. That's only one person. It's not everybody.
I get it.
Apparently, you don't get it.
Well, what I'm saying is, I get it in terms of.
So another accusation of saying everybody when it's just one.
There you go. Off on a mean trip. I'm getting ready to apologize for saying everybody, and you won't let me. Okay? I misspoke. I didn't mean everybody. I meant that in the general sense, not every specific person. Okay? So I apologize for not being clear there.
All I did was sign up. That's all I did.
I get it, man. You keep going
That's
back
all
to
I
that.
did.
But we're done with that conversation. Okay, that's over. You're not going to.
So I guess this is what to expect when you volunteer in a certain area that you get to do.
Well, it's interesting that other people don't have this experience, and maybe perhaps.
I didn't ask for this experience.
Maybe.
All I asked was to be
Maybe
upfront
you
and be
should look
honest about what you want me to do, and he wasn't honest.
Maybe you ought to take a look at your own heart.
I did take a look at my heart. That's why I'm here talking to you about it, because obviously you have a different perspective on what forgiveness is.
Well, it saddens me that there's not there's no give in your heart.
No, there is plenty of give in my heart. You just don't know me that well.
Well, that could be true for sure. But what I'm seeing, and I can only go on what I'm seeing, I don't see a repentant heart. I don't see a forgiving heart. I don't see someone that wants to promote unity of the believers. I don't see those important things. So, yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
It is sad. Sad that there's a church that wants to say to forgive and move on, and you got members here that don't forgive and move on. That is sad. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Again, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
You already proven to me that Dustin does not forgive. Yep.
So, all right. Anything else?
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is the devil acting church that doesn't believe in forgiveness after they say that they forgive. Coastal Community Church is not right for a lot of people, and my story is proof of it.